Court does call the case of the people versus Patrick Pedin.
Nicole Hughes on behalf of people.
First Assistant Public Defender Kalina Anderson with on behalf of Mr. Pedin. Mr. Pedin, can you state your name, please?
Patrick Pedin.
What are we doing?
Your Honor, in these cases, I'm asking for an adjournment. We had requested some videos. I've received videos in 2 of the files. I'm asking for videos in the other 2. If we can have a 2-week adjournment to get those videos and share them with Mr. Pedin, and he's also asking to address bond.
Briefly, you can go
Thank
ahead
you,
and
Your
address mine. I'll adjourn these out to October 19th. Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Pedin's been in custody since September 5th. He does have a PR bond on the 1319, which is the larceny matter. He indicates to me that he does have a OWI case before Your Honor in 14-1. And in that matter, he was granted a personal bond with the GPS tether. He's yet to receive that tether. So he's not yet been released on that case either. He does have a job that's being held open for him at Saladino Construction in Ann Arbor. He's asking the court to consider personal bonds, especially in light of the fact that he will be on GPS tether if released.
Welcome back to another wild ride inside Judge Simpson's courtroom. And trust me, this one has everything: reckless escapes, repeated second chances, and a defendant who just can't seem to stop running, literally. Meet Patrick Pedin, the man who thinks fleeing from police is a personality trait. Today, his attorney is pushing for bond reduction, painting him as just another guy with a job waiting for him on the outside. But here's the twist. Every time this man is given freedom, he sprints away from both responsibility and the law. Judge Simpson has seen this game before, and let me tell you, his patience is razor thin.
Response.
Yes, Your Honor. In these cases, I requested $25,000 cash surety on each, which I believe is what he was granted on the fleeing cases. Additionally, yesterday, I just charged this defendant with another fleeing third, and I requested an additional $25,000 on that file. There's a lot of cases. He usually has warrants out for his arrest, and when the police try to stop him or take him into custody for those arrests, he flees. There's one of these cases that's up for today. He has fled. The pursuit has to be terminated. A different case where he's ultimately able to be taken into custody, he starts talking to the police about the prior fleeing and says to them, I don't know if you were involved in that brigade, and they weren't, so he's making statements that are consistent with the other fleeing, despite that they don't otherwise even know about.
This is where defense attorneys often earn their keep. They argue rehabilitation, jobs waiting outside, and ankle monitors as magic solutions. But here's the problem. Judges don't just look at theory, they look at patterns. And Patrick's pattern? A repeated refusal to follow through with the court's generosity. Every PR bond he's been handed hasn't been a lifeline. It's been a launch pad for another escape attempt. The defense says, give him tethered freedom. But ask yourself, if he's not honoring basic court appearances, why would a GPS tether suddenly keep him honest? Let me know in the comments. Do you buy the defense's argument, or is this just recycled excuses dressed up in legalese?
One case in particular that's up for today, it's an entirely different situation, but it also ultimately has to be terminated. Police are called out to a parking lot. The defendant's in the driver's seat of the car. He's shirtless, profusely sweating, acting erratic. They ask him to get out of the car. He says, just let me put a shirt on. He proceeds to roll up the windows and peel out of the parking lot, taking them on a chase. I don't know what else to say other than he has 4 open fleeing cases now, all of which I've requested $25,000 cash surety on him.
And I think he poses a danger. I think he poses a danger to the community. Motion for bond reduction tonight. Bond will continue October 19th, 2023, 9 a.m. on all matters. Thank you.
Could you repeat that, Your Honor? I'm having a hard time.
And here's where the hammer drops. The prosecutor isn't talking about one mistake, one bad night. This is a man with a string of cases, each more reckless than the last. Notice how she frames it, not just running, but habitual fleeing. For open cases, more pending, and each time police approach, Patrick's answer is the same. Hit the gas, roll the dice, and hope he gets away. The prosecutor knows the court isn't just protecting itself. If protecting the community from someone who's treating law enforcement like a cat and mouse game, and that $25,000 bond, that's not just a number. It's a barrier meant to finally keep Patrick in check.
Which part?
I guess
The motion for bond reduction has been denied. I've set these matters out, as your counsel has requested, a couple weeks to the 19th at 9 a.m.
Okay, now, as far as the bond, how many bonds do I have, or how many charges do I have, which you're addressing today?
Well, you have 4, and there's another one on the way.
Okay, so you said there's another
Got to
one.
be 5.
Again?
Got to be 5. That doesn't include the ones that you have the other bonds on. So 6 or 7, something like that.
So those are the ones that have yet to be arraigned on as well?
Well, there's one that's coming. I don't think you've been arraigned on that one.
Okay, and so with what I have been arraigned on, what are my current bonds? I know that I have at least 2 that are 25,000 if I'm not mistaken.
Imagine running from the police, barely avoiding new charges, then casually bragging about it to an officer who wasn't even aware of the incident. That's not just arrogance. That's self-sabotage. In prison terms, that's snitching on yourself. No outside help required. And think about it. When someone flaunts their crimes like trophies, it tells the court this isn't about desperation or panic. It's about pride. Patrick isn't acting like someone terrified of losing his freedom. He's acting like someone addicted to the thrill of the chase. Question for you guys. Do you think this brag sealed his fate more than the actual charges?
What are you asking?
I'm trying to get an idea of the bond, the amount of money for the bonds, because I know that if there are multiple charges.
Right now, your bond on case ending in 5666, that bond is set. You have his bonds laid out for now. I've got it, I think, right here. The bond on that case is $25,000 cash surety. On your other matter, the case ending in 1318, your bond is also set in the amount of $25,000 cash surety. On the case ending in 1319, your bond is set in the amount of $5,000 personal recognizance.
Pay attention here. Judge Simpson's tone isn't just firm. It's laced with frustration. Judges don't enjoy rehashing the same issues over and over, especially with defendants who treat every order like a suggestion. When Simpson says, "Pull your head out of your ass and stop running from the police," that's not courtroom drama. It's judicial reality. He's basically telling Patrick, "I've given you rope, and all you've done is tie it tighter around your own neck." This is a part of courtroom justice where patience ends and accountability takes center stage. Honestly, can you blame Simpson at this point?
On the other case ending in 1041, your bond is set. Do you have that one? That one is set at 1,010%. Those are the bonds that I have before me.
Okay. So that was 2 at 25,000, 1 at 5,000, and 1 at 1,000 cash surety, a couple PRs. And then you're letting me know that there will be an additional charge where I'm yet to be arraigned.
Yeah, there's another one to be arraigned, so that number may change.
Okay. I know that I was granted a PR for one of the charges with a $25,000 bond from you.
Now, this part almost feels like a comedy sketch. Patrick acting confused, trying to do math on how many charges he's racked up, as if the sheer number might somehow soften the blow. 4, 5, maybe 6? At some point, the count doesn't matter. The pattern does. And this is exactly what frustrates courts. Defendants acting like their charges are just a paperwork mix-up instead of serious, life-altering consequences. But here's my question to you. Do you think Patrick is genuinely confused about his charges, or is this an act to downplay the chaos he's caused? Drop your thoughts below.
So I know that, you granted me that bond pending I get a GPS tether, and I believe that GPS tether would be able to keep track of where I am and so forth. So I'm just asking asking you again, please, if you.
You're asking the same thing that your attorney so eloquently laid out to me that you're now just rehashing, and I denied it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I mean, I don't know what else I should do. You know what I mean? If that's something that I would like, and I would like to keep my employment. And I know that I myself don't pose the threat to the community, which the prosecution.
Well, when you run around high speed chasing, and all of this is alleged, and running away from the police, this court believes you do pose a risk to the community. And that's how I laid out my response to your counsel's argument.
I understand it. And I'm just, this is just my rebuttal, Your Honor. So
You're rebutting my order.
well, I'm just rebuttaling.
Yeah, that's
to
not
stand
gonna
up for
work.
myself.
Here's where the cycle repeats itself. Patrick once again pleads for tether release, as if a tracking device would magically transform him into a law-abiding citizen. But let's be real. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. And Patrick has shown us time and time again that when he's given freedom, he uses it to run, not reform. This isn't about a GPS tether. It's about trust. And at this point, the trust account is not just empty, it's overdrawn. Watching him beg for another chance almost feels like deja vu. Except this time, Judge Simpson's patience has clearly run.
You can go for it.
Of course.
It's not going to work.
Okay. Well, what was that?
Ms. Anderson, anytime you want to step in, you can. I mean,
Your Honor, I think I've said all that has needed to be said, and Mr. Petterpin has repeated it, and Your Honor has denied it twice. I'm ready to move on. Thank you.
All right.
What were those dates?
Thank you.
And just like that, the gavel comes down, bond reduction denied. Judge Simpson isn't buying recycled arguments, GPS promises, or employment sob stories. He's looking at the track record. For active cases, one pending, multiple chances wasted. In the end, justice isn't just about sympathy. It's about protecting the public and maintaining order. Patrick wanted leniency, but what he got was reality. So what do you think? Was Simpson too harsh, or was this the only logical outcome given Patrick's history? Let me know in the comments below.